I am Beth Hunter with Face First Fashion, and today I am sharing what I packed in my hospital bag for the second time around. And honestly, now that I know, I can tell you what you should pack as a third time mom, because if I did it again, it would be my third. So what I would absolutely pack and the must-haves, bare minimum. And then honestly, I'm a pretty over-prepared person, so sometimes I have some things in there you don't necessarily need, but I enjoyed it and I'll share why. Also, I will share at the end of what to pack for baby. Pretty simple, but just go ahead and add that at the end. All right, let's get into it. All right, so this is what you need in your hospital bag. I will definitely be doing a follow-up as far as what you need for nursing and all that. I did exclusively pump with my first son that's 10 years for a full year. And then I actually just recently stopped breastfeeding with my second. I always have a list on my Amazon storefront of what I'm using with my baby, which I update on the regular basis, usually weekly. I just updated what I use nursing, my absolute must-haves now that I'm done, and I've done it twice, and what I feel like you need to start and to finish. And then also I have my constant like postpartum list, what's in this bag, always on my Amazon storefront. That's been updated to what I really feel like you need in your bag. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, but let's start off with what you need in your hospital bag. Let's get you out of the hospital first, right? Okay, so first off, we're gonna start with the bag. This bag is a top seller for me. I absolutely love it. I use this on weekend trips, plane rides. It has the tons of pockets. I love little pockets, has a front zip pocket, has an over strap. You can carry it over your shoulder, or it just has the handle straps to carry as well. I love that. Just a lot of details. It's also really easy to clean. I have washed this in the washer multiple times. You can wipe it clean as well too. And it has a compartment on the bottom that you can put your shoes, which keep it away from all your other stuff, which keeps things more clean in your bag, which I really like. Okay. First, let's talk non-negotiables. I'm sure you've heard, if you've done any research at all, you need long phone charging cords. Long. I think I had 3. So literally long phone charging cords for you and your husband are an absolute must. Another must for me was a nursing tank. So this 3-pack of nursing tanks is my absolute favorite. I ordered them like 2 or 3 different times postpartum. They were the best. I can't even tell you. I literally wore them. Like, I actually brought postpartum pajamas, which I will share as well if you're a person that wants the full pajamas, but I literally wore these tanks and the lounge pants the entire time because they give support like a bra as well, because you need that support too in the hospital. So it's like you're wearing a bra, but you're not. And then they of course have the nursing unclasp at the top. The straps are adjustable. They give full, all the room for, I wore these 3rd trimester pregnant. And then of course, postpartum, when you're still very swollen, you have all the room. So these were my absolute favorite. So I wore these, and then I wore a lightweight robe for literally the 3 days I was there. Well, the day I delivered and then the 2 days after. So pretty much 2.5, 3. Because you're gonna get hot, but you kind of want covered. At least I did. So this lightweight robe was perfect. It was jersey knits, really soft, really nice. Kept me warm, but then I felt covered. And then of course the nursing tank was great because it was right there. So I could wear the robe and the tank and still breastfeed with everything on at all times. But just also, even if you're not breastfeeding, it was just like, I would suggest a tank, lounge pants that you're comfortable in, and then the lightweight robe. That's what I wore. I will be linking another pair of postpartum pajamas I absolutely loved as well, but these were incredible. Now, these lounge pants are a maternity and postpartum non-negotiable as well. I am telling you, I lived in these in my 3rd trimester and then lived in them postpartum. So comfortable. I was completely obsessed. I wore them all the time. The softest material. They have pockets too, which I love because you can put pacifiers or whatever, you know, nursing stuff in there, everything. So nice. So those are what I was wearing in the hospital that I would absolutely be packing again no matter what. Now, I am linking the 4-pack of like lounging nursing bras I wore. I wore those the entire time I nursed to bed every night. So I don't know about you, but I cannot be bra free when I am nursing. Like, it's just, I need some type of support. I need something on. And these didn't pull on my shoulders. It felt like I was wearing nothing, but the ladies still stayed in place. This is the 4-pack. They're absolutely amazing. I loved them. Okay. Just perfect. I also delivered in May and it was really hot. So I am linking, I didn't wear shorts in the hospital, but when I got home, the lounge shorts I wore that were comparable to the lounge pants, but in a short version, I will link those for you as well. And they come in a 2-pack and they're 10 out of 10. I also brought house shoes. You don't have to, but I have worked in a hospital for 13 years. I was a nurse for 13 years before I did this job, and I would not be walking on the hospital floors without some form of something on my feet. Okay, so These house shoes were my favorite. They were fuzzy, they were comfy. I kept them on the bed. Also, if you don't have house shoes or stick resistant socks, they make you wear those socks to get up to go to the bathroom. So it's kind of nice just to have your own house shoes anyways. I also did wear compression tights. I have those as well because my swelling was crazy before I delivered and then crazy after. It actually got worse. So I did have the compression stockings and then I would just wear my house shoes and that was really nice. So those two things were also non-negotiables just for wearing for me. Okay, let's talk about survival. Personally, I also brought my Frida disposable underwear. You guys sold these out like 72 times. Okay, it was crazy. They're the best disposable underwear. They're super stretchy. They give that boy short feel. I absolutely loved them. Perfect. Just so good. Okay, and I wore these all the time, like probably for a month postpartum, no joke. They do give you disposable underwear there. These were more comfortable to me, so I wore theirs for about a day and then I wore mine and then I wore mine to come home. So that was nice to have those. Again, it's kind of up to your preference. Something I absolutely would bring your own of is some of these are because obviously depending on your hospital, what they offer, but also nurses are busy, right? Okay, so like, do you want to have to call every time that you need something? That's kind of what I thought about. Again, I was a nurse for 13 years, so it's hard for me like to want to call a lot of times. So that was part of a factor, but I brought these pads. I also have a padsicle recipe over on my Instagram. That is amazing as well. So I did make the padsicles, but these were the instant you crack them and they get cold. That is critical because obviously if you've frozen the padsicles, like they're not frozen at the hospital. You can't bring frozen with you. You know what I mean? They're going to defrost, obviously. So these were amazing because you crack them, they get cold, incredible. I wore these the entire time of my own. I'm so glad I only brought 4 and I wish I brought more. Okay, they're 10 out of 10, absolutely amazing. And then I use them for a week afterwards. So these are worth every single penny. Yes, please. Okay. Also a peri bottle. So their peri bottle, they give you one, but it's not nearly like this one. I brought mine because it like curves, it's easier to use, it was better, cleaner. I brought my own, it was amazing. You don't have to. Again, that is something that they should have there. Okay. Something that I would bring though is I would bring Dermaplast spray and then I would bring Tux pads of your own as well. Some of those, again, you could be offered, some of them you might not be. So I think that's important to remember. And then also for if you're going to nurse, nipple balm is an absolute must. This is a nipple balm I used postpartum. I absolutely loved it. I used it with both my babies. And then of course the cooling pads. Those cooling pads are amazing. Now they did have those, but again, that's something you're gonna have to ask about and they're like take up no space in your bag. So why not just throw them in there? But the little flat cooling pads that you put on, amazing. I'll link those. You guys sold those out a million times too because that was one of my absolute postpartum like non-negotiables, the nipple balm and the cooling pads. Okay. Then the ice pads, and then the disposable underwear. Non-negotiable, okay? Of course, I did bring toiletry bag of just like bare minimum. A face wash, it was nice just to wash my face. So I brought face wash and then shampoo, conditioner, just like a little bit. Toiletry bag, wash my hair and you just, feel good. So I brought that. I did bring my favorite lip balm because your lips are so cracked, so dry. Absolutely brought my own tumbler. That is a non-negotiable as well. I drank like 900 of those during labor. Yes, absolutely bring your tumbler, have that with you. And then just because your ice stays cold and things like that, if not, you have to use their cup and it doesn't keep the ice cold, like let's be honest. So absolutely loved that one. I did bring a couple snacks, just honestly like for afterwards, like some granola bars, things like that in the middle of the night. But we did DoorDash food, so that was kind of nice. So if that's available in your area, if not, I would definitely bring snacks that you're gonna want to eat, especially if you're really picky about what you eat, just bring some things to have. So we did bring towels. We brought our own towel from home and a couple washcloths. It did take up quite a bit of space because I wasn't sure if we would have those. Also, they have like the terrible scratchy towels at the hospital. And also I didn't want to have to call the nurse when, Alex wanted to take a shower, and I am glad we did use those. We both used them and I was glad that we had those. So as some of that was for Alex as well. He did bring a pillow and then I brought my own pillow and I brought a boppy. So the boppy was really great and that's kind of more for nursing, but also just to hold the baby. The boppy was fantastic and just a must have for me. I'm really, really glad we had that. I used that the whole time as well. That was pretty much a nursing non-negotiable for me, was the boppy. The swaddles I had for him, I had one with his name on it, and then just sleepers. And honestly, they have everything else. Like they have diapers, they have wipes, they have all the things. If they're gonna give him a bath there, they have that. If you want pacifiers, they have little passies. They have, if you wanna bottle feed, they have the bottles and the nipples. If you are bottle feeding and you have a specific formula you're wanting to use as well as bottles and nipples, I would obviously bring those to prepare for that. Also, if you want to bring your breast pump, you can. I did not, because the breast pump at the hospital is just, if you've ever pumped with one, you know that is the best pump that's ever existed. So if that's something you were wanting to do, I would definitely use theirs. It's incredible. So I did not bring my own for that reason as well. There's a lot of things too, like I brought and didn't use. We did bring my laptop and we did use that some, just because obviously we were sitting in there a lot because we were there for longer. If I wasn't there, I wouldn't have, I'm going to be honest, you know, bringing Kindles, AirPods, things like that. Those are all really positive and great thoughts. You do you, but definitely didn't use any of that. I'm trying to think some other things that I was like, we didn't use these. Mostly clothes for him. Like I brought, you know, he just needed sleepers. And then like I said, we were there longer than I really wanted to. Oh, the going home outfit. So, I mean, I got asked that a lot. I'm going to be honest with you. I am not the person that like posted this stunning postpartum experience in the hospital and had these gorgeous photos of the baby and my life was all together and I left with my makeup on. That just honestly, postpartum was hard. Postpartum is hard and the hospital was very hard. You're so tired. They won't leave you alone. You know, there's just, you're tired, man. And we had to stay 2 nights and that was just brutal. I remember they told us we had to stay the second night. I cried. I mean, among all the other times that I cried, you know, postpartum. You know, these are just the bare minimum. I did have a really soft lounge set I wore home, but you know, I literally went from the hospital to home. So I don't know, there really weren't any like amazing photos taken of me in it. So it was just really to get home. And then I got home in my lounge set. So I don't know, you know, obviously, so I will be linking the lounge set I wore home. It was really comfy. And then I also have 3 YouTubes like made literally for lounge sets because you guys love them. And so I will link a couple of my favorite nursing friendly ones as well that I think you guys can wear. Here's a few here. This is a button up front one. Both of these are look for lesses, but this one as the jogger style, it's the more classic one. And then this one has wide leg pants. Both are lightweight enough to be really worn year round home with a baby. So car seat, make sure you have your car seat. I mean, gosh, I don't really know. I think, and yeah, I mean, I think that's it. Honestly, it's just at that point, it's survival, you know? Like I didn't wear makeup for really any of the experience, except I did wash my face and put on makeup to go home. I just put on like mascara and like tinted sunscreen to go home. But if you want makeup, make sure you bring your makeup, brush your teeth, just survive ladies. And it's okay. It's okay if your experience is not the most Instagram beautiful experience that you ever imagined. That's okay too. It's okay to just let it be about you and your baby and enjoy that time. So anyways, don't forget to tune back in for nursing must-haves if you have those as well. I will definitely, like I said, put all the things that I used and why for you guys, and I'll put all the links down below. I have a long list that I've linked, which is, like I said, all the postpartum things I just talked about and probably a couple other in there as well. All right, good luck, ladies, and don't forget to hit subscribe and follow along for Face First Fashion on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook.